How's it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse, and I am here with Chris and Ethan from the New Balance team. We're at what could just be the most important research lab in the world for running. We're at the New Balance Sports Research Lab. We're talking super shoes, and not just any super shoes. We're going and taking a look at the shoes worn on the feet of Sisson over the years. Shoes are getting higher and higher, but M's a little bit more non-traditional, likes things a little bit different. Chris, can you tell us about the history of shoes M has worn over the years to set all these records?
Yeah, so M has always loved a little bit of a lower profile shoe, and actually she started here, a little history lesson, the RC5000. So yeah, she really preferred that lower to the snappy to the ground feel. And from there, we really wanted to build solutions for her now that she's a Team New Balance athlete. So as we were evolving and looking at the product briefs of what we could build for her, we kind of came up with this SC Pacer V1, where we incorporated our FuelCell compound foam with a carbon fiber plate, but in that lower stack height.
Yeah, and Pacer is an interesting shoe because, again, with stacks getting higher and higher, you're seeing most pros wear 40 millimeter shoes. So when I saw that on M's feet, I was a little bit surprised, but it obviously works because everyone's a little bit different. And that's where I come over to Ethan. You're the guy behind the data, the lab, all the nitty gritty. What did you see with Pacer V1? Why did M choose this? And is it better for her than maybe some of the other options on the market?
Yeah, we want our athletes to feel confident and comfortable in their shoes, so I think that's the priority, number one. And then from there, we've done different testing with her, looking at muscle activity, motion capture, VO2 testing, all those sorts of things that basically check lines of, is this working for her? Is she performing her best? And that's kind of where we've gone with it.
And I guess the question is, with Pacer V1, was she performing the best in that shoe? And why did she choose that over maybe some of the other options on the market?
Yeah, I think it goes back to that comfortability factor, and people are different. So she feels super confident in it, and she's performing really well. That hits all of our boxes. That's really what we're looking for.
And when we look at the early days with a shoe like this, or even shoes like the 1400, I know M wore that a little bit as well. Do you feel like that comes back to that history and wearing that shoe and just feeling like that's the shoe that works for her at that time, and this is maybe a good trade-off that's almost in between a true max stack and the old shoes of classic racing flats?
Yeah, like Chris said, basically trying to take that new school technology of really high-performing foam, a carbon fiber plate, and putting it into this kind of vehicle that she can really fly in and really perform her best in.
Now, higher stack heights can be attributed to better rebound, better responsiveness. As you go lower, you obviously get benefits of reduced weight. Are you looking at the trade-offs between those two? And in the lab, what are you seeing?
Yeah, we've done tons of research kind of looking at what stack height should shoes be in, what's the weight, and also the trade-off. It really depends on the foam material, the runner, all these different factors, but for Emily, this one's working for her.
Okay, now we go to today, 2024. We've got the SC Pacer V2, the latest version. So what's some of the data we're seeing in the lab that is making this shoe better than V1?
Yeah, from a lot of our testing that we've done with Emily, we've had Emily in the lab many times as well. I've gone to Providence to see her as well. We've kind of taken what works for the V1 and basically upgraded it. Chris can talk about specifics for the compounds and different materials, but basically trying to provide as much energy return as possible through the foam, the carbon fiber plate, but in that lower stack profile.
Yeah, I mean, we have world-class athletes and we're always trying to learn from them and build better product, and this Pacer V2 is proof of that. So we're gonna see our new PEBA fuel cell compound with just that entire lightweight package in the stack heights that were really optimized for Emily, that prefers that lower stack height and that little bit more snappy, responsive ground feel.
Yeah, you know, I feel like every super shoe, the stack heights are getting higher and higher, and this is in a unique position in the market to feel different and to offer different benefits. Do you continue to see moving forward more opportunities for shoes that aren't up at the max stack limit, something that's a little bit lower and nimble and provides those weight savings?
Yeah, I mean, this product proves that every athlete is different and has a different preference. So I think as long as we're providing the right tools for runners to compete their best, there's always going to be a white space to build exciting product. And we're just really fortunate here at New Balance that we have the athletes to do it.
Well, there you have it. That was a look at Sisson shoes over the years, from the early days of traditional racing flats with no foam to the SC Pacer V2, the latest and greatest super shoe from New Balance. You've seen it all here. If you're looking to get the SC Pacer V2 on your own feet, you can find it here at Running Warehouse.